Hello everyone. Now we will discuss the basic concepts of mechanics of solids. Structural members are usually classified according to the types of loads that they support, axially loaded bar, etc. Now we will begin to look at beams, which are structural members subjected to lateral loads. The first beams we will investigate are called planar structure because they lie in an angle in a single plane. If all loads act in that same plane and if all deflections act in that plane, then the plane is called the plane of bending. First, we will look at shear force and bending moments in beams. Once we know these, we can find the stresses, strains, and deflection of beams. There are some types of beams. Beams are usually described by the way they are supported. Simply supported beam, pin support at one end and a roller support at the other end. Cantilever beam are fixed at one end and free at other end. Beam with overhang, simply supported beam that projects beyond the supports, similar to a cantilever beam. These are the some types of the beam: simply supported beam and the overhanging beam, cantilever beam, continuous beam, propped cantilever beam, and fixed beam. Concentrated load. There are some types of load: the concentrated load and the coupled and distributed load, uniformly distributed load, and linearly varying load. There are some types of loads, and because of load, there are some reactions. Simple beam, cantilever beam, and the beam with overhang. We will see the free body diagram of each one by one. If we have a beam that is loaded by a system forces all in the y direction, the beam is classified as a simple beam, pin support at one end and a roller support at the other end. The beam is in equilibrium with the application of these forces and its reactions. To determine the internal effects of the applied loads, we imagine a cutting plan to isolate either the left side or right side of the beam. In order for the isolated section of the beam to be in equilibrium of force, suppose V, and a couple moment M are required at the cut. Force is termed as shear force and moment is termed as bending moment. The shear force and bending moment are the forces and the couple applied to the left part of the beam by the right side of the beam to maintain equilibrium. Equilibrium of both sides is required because the entire beam is in equilibrium. The section can be made anywhere along the length of the beam. Shear and moment are a function of the distance from the origin. The sign associated with the shear force and bending moment are defined in a different manner than the sign associated with the forces moment in static equilibrium. The shear force is positive if it tends to rotate the beam section clockwise with respect to a point inside the beam. The bending moment is positive if it tends to the beam section concave facing upward. If it tends to put the top of the beam into compression and the bottom of the beam in tension. The figure shows the shear force V and bending moment M acting in positive direction. Notice there is a possibility of confusing with sign notation. When summing forces, the direction of forces V is in the negative y direction but is positive shear. We will deal with this confusion by always selecting the force and moment directions as shown in the diagram. This will simplify the sign convention. A simply supported loaded beam, an exaggerated view of the way the bending caused by the load is shown in figure. This is a simple beam, simply supported beam, and there is a point load at the center of the beam. If the beam were cut and we looked at the left side section, for the sake of clarity, left out the vertical shear forces which develops but have shown horizontal forces, negative x and the positive fx. These forces develop since as the beam bends, the top region of the beam is put into compression and bottom region of the beam is put into tension. As a result, there are internal horizontal forces acting in the beam. However, for every positive x forces, there is an equal and opposite negative x force. Thus, the net horizontal internal force in the beam section is zero. However, even though the actual x forces cancel each other, the torque produced by these x forces is not zero. Looking at a figure C and mentally summing torque about the center of the beam, we see that the horizontal x forces cause a net torque which we call the internal bending moment. This is the cause of the internal bending moment torque inside a loaded beam. Thank you.